Hi guys, it's Braylon, and right now it is like 11:30. Yeah, 11:32. This is why I can't vlog. It's 11:32 p.m. right now, and I'm starting to prep for my school year. It's July 8th. I've now had 3 weeks of my summer. I have been loving it, and every time I go on Instagram, I'm seeing more people prepping for their school year, and it honestly makes me like super nervous because I've been really trying to like enjoy my summer, and there have been a lot of other passion projects that I've been doing. I live in the city, so we'll just wait for this car to pass. Thank you. So I've not really wanted to start on my classroom prep. Some stuff I have, if you've seen any of my vlogs this year, some stuff is in my parents' basement because I'm moving classrooms. Some stuff is here in my apartment. It's all over the place, but I know that I have it, so I feel pretty good about it. But there are some things that I'm working on that I want to get started on today. Since it's so late at night, I kind of want to go through and print off some of my data sheets. I obviously can't show you guys like the actual kids' names and all the things that I've like collected for them, but the data sheets that I do tend to use for academics are data sheets that you can buy on Teachers Pay Teachers. I don't understand. So like, why is this not working? No, oh my gosh, it's like the middle of the night. I don't have time for this. Okay, on my Mac, I'm trying to add a printer because for some reason it booted me out. So I printed off this thing that gives me the IP. Ooh, here's my IP address. Is that how people do it? Hi guys, so as my printer is setting up, which I'm watching it struggle right now, I thought I would show you some things that I purchased for my classroom. Yes, I'm being quiet because it's really late and there are people walking outside and my roommate is asleep. So I've probably said this in a few videos, but if you are going to purchase something or you're going to start something in the summer, I would strongly recommend either adapted books or task boxes or file folder things based off of the Iep goals and just the general like vibe of the classroom you're going to be in, especially if you know the grade level and you kind of know their like reading level and stuff like that. That is never a waste of time, but don't go crazy on them because they can cost you hundreds of dollars. But I've been kind of working on some of my task boxes that I didn't have, just like upper level things that some of my kids would need. You guys have seen my classroom tour video from last year. You know that I use these like practice Reteach cards that I had from like 1955, and they're great because when a kid wasn't working at his desk, you guys have seen this, you guys have heard the story, they would have to practice it at another time, and it wouldn't take very long. It would take like 2 minutes, but I would put one of these in their little like container, and then they would have to, me and the child together, or the paraprofessional and the child together would go through like, you clearly weren't sitting and working in your seat. It's okay, you're not in trouble, but what we're going to do is we're going to go through the process of what it looks like to sit in your seat. And so I like them like this, but to be honest, when they're like up and down so long, it's tricky. Like there's so many steps. I'm saying all this because Braylon is remaking them and she's making her own. And so this is kind of the gist. I'll just show you one of them. So this is the same one, the working at your desk, but I only made 4 pieces that they have to do because I felt like this was too long, and I wanted them to be the size of an index card. So it says at the top what they're working for. I am practicing this, and then these are the 4 things to do. So when I have the kids and they're not following the routine, I will put this index looking card in their box, and then we'll still do the exact same process, but it'll be a bit smaller and a bit easier to follow. So I'm making every version being like this. So there's 3 of them, because when you print it, you don't want to just print one because then you got to use paper. So there's 3 to a page. So you can print it, laminate it, cut them out, and you have 3 for each skill, or you can print 2 and have 6 for each skill. And then there's 2 versions. There's this version and then the one with the words underneath, just to kind of go with it. But my students won't need the words, I don't think. But I also at Target bought index cards because I was, honestly, they were 99 cents and I wanted to make sure I had measured it, but I wanted to double check that what I made was the exact size of an index card, and it is the perfect size of an index card. Oh my gosh, I'm a genius. So the reason that I've been thinking I want them index card size is because even if I print them and I want to put them on colorful index cards and then laminate them, I could. And also say on the fly there's a behavior, but it's not a skill or something, it's like more obscure, or it's not one that's found on my practice cards. I want to be able to just take an index card and write a note and put that in the box just to kind of fill the gap. But I want them to kind of look the same. Okay. This thing is still loading. I don't know if I'll be able to print today. I'm kind of irritated. But at Target, I just quickly went to the dollar spot and I also got some word strips. These are the short ones. I don't know, I just really like them. And as you work on different skills, it's always good to have some strips. And then I saw that they had the adhesive pockets, and I always grab the adhesive pockets. So the bigger ones, and then the smaller, thinner ones, and then the square ones. And so I think I'm probably going to do what I did last year, which, because of social distancing, I'm going to need my desks to be farther apart, and I'm going to need kids to be in desks. So I want them to have their name tags. I'm going to use the same ones that have the tabs. So I wanted to make sure I got this. All right. So the fact that half of this video is going to be this dark is absolutely hilarious to me. So I'm trying to get my printer to work. Okay. Well, anyway, while this is still going, I'm going to record my screen as I kind of show you some of the stuff that I'm working on. I'm not going to use my school email, obviously, so I'm going to use my special educator email, which you all already know it. Okay, so I'm going to make sure that I'm to the side and that my screen is right here. Hopefully you can see it. So what I do is I take some time and I go through each IEP, right? I've talked about this in so many videos. So every kid has an IEP in it. They have the IEP goals, and some of the behavior goals you might not need to take data on. And then some goals are like joint goals of speech and OT or something else. But for me, I just look at the academic goals that I need in the moment. And so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to make, within this data folder, I'm going to make separate folders. So I'm going to have a John folder, because say I have a student named John. So now we have 3 kids, right? And I'm actually going to go back. It's okay if you see all my other stuff, because it has my book notes, my podcasts, you all know. So let's see. I have a few data forms already created, and if you guys want some free ones that I've already made for you, go to my TPT store and look for my Google Forms. I gave you 9 of them for free. I am going to use one of those, and you can use them right there in your Google Drive, or you can make them for yourself. They're really easy. I'm going to link down below a really cool video tutorial on how to make your data forms. But let's just say John he's doing different letters or sight words or whatever. And so I already have a form set up for some other kid that would work perfect for him. And so I double click it and I actually make a copy of that data thing. So now I have a copy of it. So there's my copy. And then with my copy, I'm going to move it, and I'm going to move it all the way to my correct folder. So now, that was kind of confusing, but now in my data folder, I now have a copy of that form, and I think all 3 of these kids need it. So I'm gonna take some time and I'm gonna put that form into each of their folders. Hi guys, it's the next morning. So much has happened. Yes, I will address the elephant in the room. I am wearing the same shirt, not the same pants, but definitely the same shirt, because I've been filming something for 2 days for a project that I'm working on with a different company. And I realized that I needed to fix some of my filming stuff. So I had to put on the same shirt again, and don't worry, it's not that dirty. But this morning I had to go to the DMV, and that took forever. And then I stopped at Target, which was, a highlight of my day. What else did I do? Oh, I went to Panera with my gift card. That was great. And then I stopped at Trader Joe's. So I've done like so much, and it's now 11:20. So I need to make some lunch because I didn't really eat that much at Panera. I mostly got coffee. So I definitely want to eat some food. And then I want to show you guys the data sheets that I'm printing finally, because my printer's finally working. And what else? Oh, there's so many freebies on Teachers Pay Teachers that I want to show you guys that are going to help me with like my calendar and like maintaining like my classroom and stuff. So I want to get my stuff together, which is really cool. And I want to show you guys because they're free. And like I've been saying, please, please, for the love of God, do not buy stuff. I mean, I swear, just don't do it. Don't buy it. Please, please don't. So, okay, I'm going to make my Trader Joe's frozen meal because gourmet, and then we'll get started. All right, so we're at my computer, which I have the 2 screens, which is great. I was just looking through some of the comments that I got on one of my YouTube videos, and people are so kind. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but I try to respond to every comment. And let me get to my YouTube studio right here. You can kind of see. I try to respond to every comment, and it's so fun because let me go to my comments. There was one that, oh, sometimes they go to spam too, which is so weird. From Especially Education that I was talking to you guys about last night. And I print these off. So let me print one of them off. Let's see if it works this time, because I actually kind of do need this. All right, guys. Little Miss Kim, who to me is like incredible, has 2 free products that I think every teacher should have. And like I said, they're free. So one is like a schedule. I want to make sure I have it. So like, you know how I do my structured workstations, your independent workstations, whatever you want to call them. I'm doing a very similar method this year. I have 2 stations that I'm going to set up, and they will have their Sterilite drawers, kind of like what I did last year. I will link that video below, but I'll show you more once I can be in my classroom. So instead of like, basically my vision for this classroom, because some of the kids need a little bit more hand holding, is when we break for our small groups, a few kids will break for their independent stations. And every independent station, they're gonna get a schedule, and it prints 2 to a page, but basically I made it in blue, so it's 1 schedule. And so these are the pieces that go along with it. So you do the first thing, the second thing, the third thing, and the fourth thing, or you can put, you know, the reward after the third thing. And so I really like how it is. I'll probably put a little picture here of what it looks like when Kim made it, but I'm really excited about this because these symbols correspond to the station. So if they're there and they have their bins in front of them, I might just put Velcro on top of like task boxes or whatever we're doing, file folders, whatever. They sit down at that table, they see that they need to do the circle 1 first, you know, the 1 circle that's blue, and then they need to move on to the triangle 2 and stuff like that. So I feel like this is general enough that I can make it work. So that's one that I'm really excited about. You should totally go check it out. They have other pieces too, like when you're all finished, what are some of the rewards. She has all of that clip art for you. The second thing is for my literacy groups and then my math groups, which honestly I'm going to print this exact same thing and make my own for the math groups. But again, Little Miss Kim made these literacy schedules, although it kind of got cut off on the side, but it's okay because when I cut it and laminate it, I don't think I'll be able to notice it much. But also it's the same thing. It has this schedule with 4 pieces. Like I said, small group, independent stations, when we get to that literacy time, especially because I'm having all of my kids all day, most likely. And so I want to make sure that when we break apart for those groups, they're ready for it and they can follow this. It takes a while to teach them to follow it, but they'll get there. So then it also comes with the pieces. So as you know, you might go to do some word work, you might go to your writing, you might go to your listening center, independent reading, and it has all of that right there. And any piece that I don't have, I can just quickly make on Board Maker or whatever to kind of fit it into this. But like I said, they're free. Go check them out. Go get them. I'm going to wrap up this video. I know it was kind of lame because I've been sitting here complaining about my printer. I hope that something I showed you was somewhat helpful, but you guys are so awesome, and I'm so grateful that I get to talk with you guys and just share in the comments of different things you're thinking about, learning about. If you have any recommendations for me, let me know, because I'm always looking for recommendations. I'm always looking for feedback, and yeah, I'm just so grateful that we're all here doing this journey together. It's so cool. So I'm gonna finish this up, and I'm going to edit this video tonight, honestly, probably. And yeah, I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye!